This might be the prettiest box and bottle set that we get all year. I am super excited about Still Austin and what they're doing. Can't wait to try this.
Yeah, this is going to be one funky pour.
Welcome back to another edition of Bourbon Kingdom. I'm David.
I'm Zach.
And today we are going to review Still Austin's newest little pretty bottle. This is the Tanager. Tanager.
We think we're saying this right.
We are.
We got a lot of terms we're getting ready to talk about, and we think we're saying them all right.
Nancy, we apologize if we don't.
I forgot she will probably be watching us and checking.
I'm just saying, we love your stuff.
That is true.
We are a couple hillbillies from Southern Indiana.
How dare you?
And Kentucky.
How dare you call me a hillbilly?
We're really not hillbillies.
Gosh.
Neither one of us are
I
hillbillies.
can't even speak right now. I'm still having a moment from where Dave pulled a muscle from popping his neck.
Well, you know how it goes.
So
this is the Tanager cigar blend, which I like a good cigar blend, so I'm hoping that this one is really good.
So I didn't know if we were going to get this or not. We only have one spot in town that sells. Well, I think two. I don't know if Justin sells it. I feel like Justin's House of Bourbon sells Still Austin, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But I know Total Wine does. I don't know of anybody else that really does sell it. So I've been really trying to.
I was asking Paul the other day about it. I was like, why do y'all not sell Still Austin? And he's like, I don't know.
I think it has something to do with distributor.
It
but
is.
Don't hold me to that.
I don't.
I literally do not know. It's just guess and speculating.
Yeah.
Anyways, very fortunate. They apparently had like 4 cases of it. Walked in and got the last one at Total Wine. So was very, very lucky and fortunate. Yeah. Because I don't think these are hitting a lot of places to my knowledge. With all that being said, so let's talk about this. So this is from Still Austin. It's 106 proof. I couldn't exactly find the mash bill on there, but it gets really complicated with kind of how they did everything. So just know this is a blend of red, white, and blue corn. I did see an age statement of 5 years, and it's $150 at Total Wine.
Cork, bottle, box, all unbelievable.
Yeah, really quick. Love the packaging on this.
Yeah, it's
gorgeous packaging. Cool. First off, I think color scheme's on point.
Yep.
The box itself, which is a little hard to see when it's closed, you have this like just beautiful. I forget what they're called, but it's something. I don't know. I forget, I'm looking for a word and I can't find it. This is gorgeous. Box. But it even has like gold leaf on here and everything, and it's a beautiful bottle. And I really like the little nest on there.
Yeah, the nest, the bottle, the cork is like really heavy and everything. It's just super cool. Again, you all have tendency to knock it out of the park with what you all do, so this is no exception as far as the packaging goes.
Yeah. So, but really quick though, this is a cigar blend bourbon whiskey, and I want to just talk really quick, and I'm probably gonna hack this all up.
This is a new section we're gonna call that says Zach hacks words, and it's going to be awesome. So
I'm going to stutter, and I'm going to prove Dave right on how much of a hillbilly I am.
Hit the like, subscribe, turn on notifications, do us a favor, and when he says a word wrong, please comment on it, because I'm going to love it.
Well, we did have to Google this, because I want to make sure I'm saying this right. So if Google if I was wrong on what I did, then whatever. But this is a different type of process, according to the old interwebs, on how they did this. This process that they did with the cigar blend, it's called Petit Oul, I think is, if I'm saying that correctly. And it's a very different technique. The whiskey is dumped from the barrel, and then water is added to it to basically make it 50 proof. So whatever that whiskey was.
So right up there with Fireball.
How dare you? I'm so sorry, Still Austin and Nancy. Anyways, that water heavy mix is then put into used barrel to pick up the essential wood, essentially resulting in barreled aged whiskey water. For the, are we saying Tanager? Tanager. 3 foolproof bourbons made from the red, white, and blue corn were aged for about 5 years, so I'm assuming all separate. Then blended together, put into a neutral container to marry. And then lastly, the Petit Oul was added to the whiskey to dial in the very specific flavors that we got.
Yeah. So all that to say is they did some cool stuff to make this whiskey.
Yes.
And we're hoping that it's really good.
I hope what I just read was correct because that was a lot. But that was what was on the internet, and it looked.
You know what that reminded me of? It reminded me of when we used to read Booker stories, and
You want to bring those back?
No.
I don't want to buy them either.
No.
Anyways, this thing. Okay, so Dave hasn't had it. I got it. I poured samples of it. We sent some out to Patreon members by now. Gave one to a new best friend of my channel, or to the channel.
Yeah.
Best friend.
Yeah, best friend.
But anyways, this thing was incredibly funky, different, honestly in a good way. So I'm going to be excited.
I think like the nose, this like screams kind of your kind of nose.
You can't even see through the liquid.
Yeah.
Looking at the light,
yeah,
you can't even see through it.
I think this screams like your palate, though. The dark fruits and stuff on the nose.
Well, so we were looking up notes and stuff online beforehand, or he was reading off of them, and it was just like every note I would love is on there.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Like it's just a really like it honestly like the dark fruits kind of like hit you in the nose, and then but it's really like there's no ethanol to it. There's
no not at all.
Anything. It's just smells good. It's like a little sweetness right on the back end of it that I like.
So honestly, whenever I first was nosing this, like when I first cracked it open, left it in the glass for about 20, 25 minutes or so. And I remember like, so I was like, you always want to get like a quick sniff in.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking to myself, man, there's too much finish, like too much like of the finishing on there. Mm-hmm. And then, I let it rest in the glass for a while and that went away. And now it's so much more balanced, I feel like, on there now since a little air has gotten to it.
I'm excited about this.
Man, blueberries. Like, give me some plums that have been soaking in like a really rich, dark rum. What would they call those fruits back in the day whenever you'd party in college? You used to like soak them in like whatever drink it was or whatever.
Oh, yes,
you know what I'm talking about?
I do know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And there's so much, like it's just dark. Brown sugar. Just like a fruit berry salad. You can go ahead. I can just keep going.
That is so good.
There's almost like a candy licorice, but like almost like a juicy licorice.
You get you get the tobacco.
Red licorice, not black licorice.
You get a tobacco note on the palate. But there's like all this kind of sweet fruit all on the front end of that tobacco note.
That is wild. That's bonkers. So peach screams out to me like, have you ever been to like a state fair and they do like deep fried or like not fried but like grilled like peaches and apples?
Oh yeah,
and stuff like that. There's some of that on there. Throw some
I like
brown
a good grilled
sugar,
pineapple.
Yeah, like throw like some brown sugar and some caramel on there. Mm-hmm. A little bit of a jelly note on there. It is fruity and it just screams fruits. But it's not like traditional kind of like fruity notes that you would get. It's like all the like off. I don't even want to say off profile because I don't want it to sound bad, but it's very different.
It's got a good finish too, honestly. Like it.
Yeah, for it being 106 proof.
Yeah,
I agree.
Kind of stay with, and I feel like you start to get some of the brown sugar notes on the finish a little bit more. Like the tobacco and the brown sugar kind of like really shine in the back end of it. It does kind of feel like you have been drinking bourbon and smoking a cigar a little bit. That's kind of
that would make sense.
And so you get those notes, and that's kind of what you want in a cigar blend.
I can't wait to pair this tonight. I'm gonna pick. This is my last day off until I go back to night shift, and well, it will be for me now, not whenever you see this review.
Yeah.
I can't wait to pair this. With a cigar tonight. Man, it is.
Yeah,
you know
really
what's
good.
Crazy to me? There is hints of it. There's hints of batch 1 Russell's 13 in there on the nose. It is, and it's not. But there's just that.
I can see where you would get that in there a little bit.
And there's just some of that like wild turkey funk that's on there. Man, that's good. And it's crazy. It's only 5 years old. It drinks so much older.
Yeah,
it really does. It drinks like it's like a 10 to 15-year-old.
Yeah.
Man, Nancy just knows what she's doing, man.
Honestly, I like this a lot. I do like this a lot.
It's calmed down a little bit from Fresh Crack.
It's a little funky, but it's not as funky as what I anticipated it being for you from what you said.
Because it was, man. Like on Fresh Crack, it was just so funky.
Yeah.
But
I get that.
It has calmed down so much, and it wasn't balanced or whatever I was drinking. It was balanced.
Yeah.
But man, it was just like intense.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. It's not as like it's actually better that it's not as intense, but the finish to me though is much more there.
Yes.
On this one, which is crazy. Man, that's good. That's so good, and it's so different. Yeah. And I appreciate that so much.
All right. Well, tell us if you've had this. If you were able to pick one up, I'm sure most of our Austin friends probably got this.
Actually, I have a question because I read somewhere online, and I don't know if this comment was just done a while back and just hadn't dropped yet. Somebody said this wasn't in Texas. I have a hard time not believing that, but I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Because like,
well, let us know.
I'm assuming that comment was just like it hadn't went out through distro yet.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Yeah, I'd definitely be interested if we got it and you all didn't get it. That would be really weird. All in all, like this is really solid. I mean, what was it?
$150.
$150. This is a special bourbon. Like I think this again, we always say like if you're looking at your bourbon, your bourbon expenses every month and you're going, okay, I have $150 to spend. Do I want to get 2 or 3 bottles, or this month because something awesome came out, do I want to get 1 bottle? This would be one of those months that it would be worth getting 1 bottle.
What I like about this, it says first edition on the bottle, so that means they're gonna keep doing it.
Yeah.
I hope that's true. Yeah. Nancy, please, if you're watching, please let us know.
Yeah, let us know for sure.
But yeah, y'all crush it. This is great. I get it. Some people are gonna look at this and say it's a little pricey, but honestly, I don't know how much it costs to go through that process. It seems like there's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
But this is something that is very special. This to me, like what Foregate does, it makes like a premium whiskey, and how they do stuff, like that's on that level, in my opinion. It's really good.
And
is it gonna be for everybody because it's like a cigar blend and everything else? No, but I think if you're into that kind of stuff and you enjoy that kind of stuff, I think it's right up your alley.
And I think they did extra touches to make this feel special too, with the cork, the bottle, the gold etching on the box. Like all of those things add to the special nature of what that is going to be. And so, well done, good job, and until the next time,
we'll see you.
We'll see you.
Man, that's good.
It's so
that's
good.
That's good.
It's so good.